Okay. Readers, Black Widow's getting the movie that she should have gotten during Phase 3 of the MCU, and it looks alright. If you like Black Widow. And it's not like I don't like Black Widow, or even the idea of Black Widow. I think she's just fine and is capable of holding her own solo movie, just like the one that they're making. And from the looks of this trailer, it seems to be the case. It looks like it takes place between the events of Civil War and Infinity War, which is probably the only place in the MCU timeline where this can properly fit, because because it sure as hell ain't taking place after Endgame, I'll tell you that much. And it looks like this movie will finally give her a chance to show off what all that she can do. I mean, yes, we know what she can do, we've seen it, but we've seen it while bigger and more impressive things were happening, so it kinda got drowned out. What I'm more interested in, however, are the side characters. Specifically her quote-unquote family, consisting of Florence Pugh's Yelena, Rachel Weisz's Melina, and David Harbour's Red Guardian, because something tells me I'm going to find all three of them more interesting than Scarlett Johansson herself. I lumped Taskmaster into that pile, but honestly, I'm so sick of Marvel Studios trying to make their villains more realistic. Like, this is an extreme snowboarder with a bow and arrow that knows karate. Get the fuck out of here, my dude. Also, look! More Incredible Hulk General Ross, with no sign of his daughter. Like, Marvel Studios really don't like acknowledging the existence of Betty, do they? At this point, they'll probably just create an original character to portray Red She-Hulk, if they ever use her. Which I doubt they ever will. As far as the actual movie itself, I don't know. It looks like a fusion of Jason Bourne and Mission Impossible took The Incredibles out to prom. Also, everything about this trailer screams, I should have came out in either 2016 or 2017, back before Scarlett Johansson shared opinions on the internet. Oh no, I am not letting the fact that this should have been a Phase 3 film go, because it should have been a Phase 3 film. Like, with everything that this trailer presented to us, it's clear to me that I probably would care a lot more about Natasha as a character, both before and during the events of Endgame, if this came out probably between Guardians Volume 2 and Spider-Man Homecoming. Especially since before that, my name for both her and Clint in the Avengers movies beforehand were Gun Girl and Arrow Man. I'm sure that if we got this movie back then as opposed to 2020, now that this character is canonically dead in the current MCU timeline, I probably would have cared a lot more about the fact that she bit the bullet instead of Clint when they went to go get the Soul Stone. But unfortunately, at least for me, the creative decisions that were made for Black Widow over the course of the first 3 phases of the MCU made it difficult for me to care about her the way that this trailer is telling me to. Yes, I'm talking about Joss Whedon. Who else would I be talking about? I'm not the biggest fan of this being the first Phase 4 film, though I am interested in seeing how they're going to transition it when it comes to telling the actual story of the movie. Like, are they just gonna Wonder Woman it and have, like, Yelena recall this adventure during Natasha's not as big as Tony Stark's funeral? This, the side characters, and my irrational fear of possibly missing out on a key plot point for the next multi-film arc in the MCU are pretty much the main reasons why I'm not necessarily skipping this. But readers, I assure you, if those reasons were not the case, because of Marvel Studios constantly putting her in ensemble pieces where she is literally the least interesting person there, Winter Soldier clearly being an exception. Marvel Studios not realizing that people wanted this movie sooner than we're getting it, so that Natasha could have gotten this development while she was still alive, and her being written irritatingly out of character just so Joss Whedon could say that he turned his fan fiction into a movie. Watching this trailer would have just made me laugh and go,
"Too late, Luther. Too late."
But I digress, readers. Your homework assignment for the day. Write in the comments section below what you initially thought of the first trailer to Marvel Studios' Black Widow. Are you genuinely hyped for the movie? Are you on that, I mean, it's a movie, life too? I'd love to know your thoughts. If you want to help financially support the channel, you can join my Patreon by clicking the card at the end of the video or in the link in the description down below, where you can also find a link to my merchandise store. Or if you prefer to give a one-time donation, you can find links to my PayPal and my Ko-fi account in the description box as well. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and every other Friday. But until then, this is Readus 101. Class dismissed.